Good morning and welcome to our Godly Play session. We will continue with the story called Knowing Jesus in a New Way. Stories of the encounters Jesus had with his friends after the resurrection. So, are you ready for a story? On the first day of knowing Jesus in a new way, only the women had the courage to go to the tomb. They were bringing spices to finish Jesus' burial and wondered how they would get in. But when they got there, the stone had been rolled away. The tomb was empty except for the sheet, the linen sheet that Jesus had been wrapped in. The women rushed back to tell Jesus' friends what they had seen, and Peter and John ran to the tomb and looked inside. Jesus was gone. He was gone. But somehow, even in his absence, he was present. Mary Magdalene stayed, weeping. A voice said, "Woman, why are you weeping?" And she turned and saw what she thought was the gardener, who said, "Mary." It was Jesus. And then he was gone. On the second Sunday of Easter, we remember how on that first Sunday, two people were walking down the road from Jerusalem to Emmaus, when they were joined by a stranger. They told the stranger what had happened in Jerusalem about the death and the empty tomb, and the stranger unpacked the scriptures for them. When they got to Emmaus, the stranger went to go on, but they invited him to dinner. And at dinner, he took bread. He broke the bread, he said a blessing, and he gave it to them, and they knew it was Jesus. And then he was gone. And they went back and told the others how they had known Jesus in the breaking of the bread. On the third Sunday of the Easter season, we remember how it was dark one night in Jerusalem, and Jesus' friends were in an upper room with the doors shut. They were afraid that the Roman soldiers would come and take them, just as they had taken Jesus. And then someone said, "Peace be with you." They looked, and it was he. At first they thought he was a ghost, but then he began to speak to them. He showed them his wounds. He ate a piece of fish, and he unpacked the scriptures to them, just as he had done on the road to Emmaus. And then he said again, "Peace be with you." And he was gone. Now, Thomas was not there that night. And the next day, when they told him that Jesus had appeared to them, he did not believe them. Thomas had doubt in his bones. "I will believe it if I can touch his wounds." And why would he not have some doubt? Their minds were stretching to be big enough to understand Jesus in this new way. Now, 8 days passed, and the disciples were gathered together again with the doors shut. This time Thomas was with them. And then they heard that voice, "Peace be with you." This time, Jesus went straight to Thomas, and he reached out his hand. Thomas could only fall to his knees and say, "My Lord and my God." Jesus looked at Thomas for a long time. "You only believe because you can see me." And then he looked around the circle and he said, "More blessed are those who believe without seeing." And then he was gone. Now I wonder if you have something in your home that you could come and put beside this tile, this picture of Thomas and of Jesus with Jesus' hands, with the wound. I wonder if there's something you have in your home that you could or would put beside this picture to help us tell the story some more. I don't know what you would put there. Only you do. I wonder, for those of you who know what's in the Godly Play room, if there's anything in this room that we might put beside this picture to help us tell the story. I wonder. Well, thank you for joining me for this story. Not too long from now, in just a few minutes, we'll start our Sunday morning service, so I hope you stay tuned and join us. Have a good Sunday.